have to learn to talk Greek. Oh, boy,
My parents actually immigrated to Australia in the 50s. You know, there was a time when we gather around the lamb on the spit at Easter. Dad loves to tell stories of their life growing up, and there actually was a period where the Italians had taken over the island of Rhodes, and we were told that the children were not allowed to speak Greek, that in schools everybody spoke Italian. So there would be such a confusion in the mind of the young children. And he tells stories of actually getting into fights, stealing cigarettes off the soldiers, and as a young boy he had quite a lot of adventures. He came to Australia seeking a better life, knew no English whatsoever.
We left all the family back home and we come here by ourselves.
When I first arrived in Australia, I was looking for a job, and then I started with Meadows Primary School. I am a culture group leader, which I teach how to dance in Samoa and also how to sing in our Samoan language.
And that canoe is waiting for me because they're going to take me back to the island. And I love you so
My
much.
life in Samoa, I was born with a nature of more like a princess. Because when I was 3 months, my grandparents took me from my biological parents. They related to the King Taufahau, and then come from Samoa, they related to the Malietoa family as the first generation of the king of Malietoa, the very first king. My grandmother and my grandfather, they are the mentor of my life when I was a little girl. They used to put the crown on me. Everywhere we go, this little girl is going to be a princess in future. They always hug me. Hello, little chicks. They used to call me little red cheeks, I used to run around, pick the flower, and I used to hop in the sea. But it's a lovely feeling and emotion that I can think back about my island.
The first 5 months is very hard, because we Greek, I don't know, they don't be so friendly, but slowly, they all right. They told us to don't talk Greek when we travel with a tram or bus or whatever. They want us to talk English. It was very hard that time. But slowly, we all right.
As a first generation little Greek Australian, I had no issues. My brother was older. He went to school in the early 60s as the only Greek, and he did face issues. He couldn't speak English, he was called a little wog, and he was getting into fights all the time. My parents laughingly tell the story of Leon not knowing any English and walking to school with his bag on his back, but there'd be no one there because it would be a day off. It's quite ironic because a lot of students who are new arrivals at my school now have the same issues. We may notify families of strike, but these kids are the ones that always turn up to school. I can't imagine the courage that it must take for people to come to Australia and not know the language.
I le nei whaatalanoanga whaapitoa ni whiawhi ma le tangi lima uni link I ane whionga fo I le tausala I a Maria te ua.
When I first arrived in Australia, I find it really, really difficult to meet people and talk to people. Some Australians speculate about things. People thought that Samoan people got guns, and machetes and stuff like that, but it never happened. We're never a country of war. We're never a country of violence. There's only one thing that we believe is just love one another. I've always loved my flower. People, you can see, oh my God, she probably come from an island. And then somehow they can say things that say, go back to the island.
Yeah, I think a lot of immigrants do have a kindred spirit and do have some commonality between them, because there's an understanding that it takes a great deal of courage to leave your homeland, to leave your family, and to actually, go on an adventure to a new land, possibly where you don't know the language. So I do believe all immigrants see each other with a great deal of compassion and understanding, and knowing that you don't leave your family unless there's a real need to. I'm really looking forward to having Maria come over and her family share a meal with me and my children and my family. I think it's very exciting. For the menu, I've decided to have a lamb on the spit because I think that's very much a part of my family's culture. We always have a lamb on a spit for a very special occasion. I think we'll have spanakoppites, tiropites, lots and lots of salads and rice dishes. I've asked Mum to help because she's actually the one that cooks the beautiful Greek dishes. So she's making dolmades for us.
And lakano dolmades?
Yes, lakano dolmades. That's the cabbage dolmades as well, with a lovely lemon dressing.
What ingredients do you use, Yaya?
I have meat, minced meat, rice, 4 onions, garlic, pepper, salt, maitano, parsley. But it's very hard that time. That time when you go to the fruit shop, you believe you don't find anything. No eggplant, no pepper, no zucchini, silver beet. I can't remember if they have spinach. You couldn't find anything. But after slowly, look now, we have everything. I feel like I'm in Greece now because you find anything you want.
Nice.
Beautiful job. You done lovely. I hope it's nice ties tomorrow.
Well, we'll ask our friends and
Yeah.
see what they think.
I'm going to go to my uncle's tomorrow just to prepare all this food and also to give me the opportunity how to do the preparation. And maybe he's the one, he was going to giving me all this information, how to do the taro palusami, which is a luau, and it's going to be excited for me. What I'm going to give Helen on the day, what we call, it's the taro leaf. We cook in coconut cream. And it's so excited for me because I'm going to do exactly what my grandfather was usually taught me. You know, when I was a little girl, I saw them doing all this, how they wrap it, how they prepare from the real coconut. And it's a showcase of all these different ingredients, the banana and the taro. And then Helen never ate this. It's a lot of work to do in it, but something that I really want to be beautifully giving to Helen and the family to surprise for my own traditional food.
I envisage colour, I envisage lots of dancing, and I think, I'll get a lei put around me, lots of wonderful food. I just see music and dancing.
I am so excited to be here tonight. I'm thinking that Helen is cooking a lot of delicious food to welcome my Samoan family here.
I think that the immigrants of the 40s, the 50s have brought with them a hard work ethic. We have a proud history within the family. You saw James, he's learnt from his grandfather to be the man to prepare the lamb for the Easter. He wants to take on the wine making. Food is the thread that is actually tying my family together and bringing us together.
First time I had a nice, delicious
lamb like this, you know. And prawn, this is our fantastic part. It's prawn. Yum!
This food is yum.
I should marry that Creek man.
It's never too late.
Almost 12 years now since I arrived. It's the first family ever in Australia to invite me for dinner. Because I believe our people comes from the same nationality like Helen, and that's why we got the same heart. And I think about my grandparents. I never forget. He was saying to me, if you do good for the world will be good for you. When I first met Helen, I was a little bit scared because I don't know anything about Greek nationality, you know. It was a bit of a fear to me because maybe Helen don't like me, or, you know, I was assuming things which I really, really don't know what it is. But after 2 days, it was magic. It's just come across and she said, "Hello, Maria, maybe one day we can sit down." And she was a lovely woman.
Try the Greek donuts. They're delicious. She'll take one with you.
And look at this. Whoever made this, that is chef cook number 1.
Perfect, huh?